Hey everyone, can you focus on the screen for a minute and then you keep doing your work? Okay. Now, so your work here is I ask you to create this two table, right? And then execute some queries. You have 6 queries, correct? Now, I am going to create this table in my computer as well. And when you are done, I'm going to review your work and then I'm going to do this query in my computer, explain it in details, right? First you do it, whatever you can. If you can solve only 3 query out of 6, that's fine. Solve 3 query, create the tables, make sure the data is in the table, and then you go, like I will review your query, what you have written, and then I will be writing the query here and explaining it in details to you, okay? Keep doing your work, and in the meantime I'm going to, and you have the file in the email, you can open that file from your email and continue working. Number
Find
4.
the employee who was student for 4,000.
Okay, let me see.
Number 5.
All of the questions I think correct.
No, the four question.
Correct, but not they equal or not. Because the student ID 4,000 not employee details, so they not find the name.
Yeah, but the question is still correct.
But how can I put into the like a the number four, find the employee name who works in a student for, or the 4,000 is stored in the number one table, the store table. In the number two table, store table, there has no stored in the 4,000.
So
So
the question is correct. If you can write it, go for the next question. I'll give you
Okay.
answer. Okay.
okay, I can put that. There's no selected.
all information
But
where names start with R.
so last fire then employee name
Employee name like
like
R, and then
simple.
there is a wildcard
Yeah.
percentage. Remember that we have practiced
Yeah. Before R percentage or R after
R,
percentage? After.
R, and then employee name starts with R. That means in the beginning R, and then there could be something else, and then you put a percentage for that. So I'm nearly done here. I'm going to first check your work, what you did, and then I'll be going for further instruction from mine. I have 3 more record to input. And if you have noticed here, the way I am inputting data, right? I'm just not putting data like looking at the number and put it. If you have noticed here, I am copying this data to a notepad, and from there I am formatting it, right? After formatting it, I am just pasting it in the SQL command. So you can see that I am taking one whole row at a time, putting it notepad, formatting it, and here I'm coming here, bringing the statement, and then instead of putting them, I'm just pasting them here, right? Let me know if you have any question on this procedure, like how I'm doing it. Okay. So again, if you take a look here, I'm going there, and then I'm taking the whole row at a time, right? Making copy and putting it on a notepad, right? And then formatting it. Formatting it means like I'm putting my bar chart data in the quotation, adding comma in between the fields, right? And then putting bar chart data in the quotation. Again, this is a bar chart, I'm putting it in the quotation, right? And then adding comma in between the fields, and then copying it back and going there and bringing the query and just putting this data here. How? I'm just clicking here, edit, and paste, right? So that's how you can copy and paste from here. I think I have the last field that I need to bring. This is the last field. Let me format it here.
So this process is only less time.
Less time, yeah. Otherwise it might take longer time for me to look each field and value.
It's easy, yeah.
Yeah. And when you do automation, you will see that you can write code to make copy and paste it. Even you can do it faster.
And the last one,
Good. Now I got all the data in my side. I'm going to start review your work first, and then I'm going to go in details. First of all, guys, everyone, please put your attention in the screen here. Monjim as well, put your attention in the screen here. Let's say that my question here, I ask you some advanced question here, but let's not go for the advanced question. My first question to you, okay, my first question to you, if I ask you, find weekly sales for store ID 2000. First question, I am adding some additional question here. let's say my first question is, let's say additional question. Okay, first question, let's say if I ask you, find weekly sales for store ID 2000, right? How will you write the query? Like, you will have to execute a query in the database and then you will get it, correct? Now find weekly sales for store ID 2000. Everyone put your attention here. To get that weekly sales, where is that weekly? You are looking for weekly sales. In which table that weekly sales you have? In the first table, store details. Yeah, I'm recording. So the first table that has weekly sales, correct? And then what is the criteria? The criteria that I am asking for store ID 2000. And in the first table you can see we have store ID and weekly sales both, correct? In this case, do I need to go to the second table? Do I need to include second table here? I do not need to do anything with second table. I got everything in the first table. Now, so to write a query when you are trying to extract data from the table, what is the keyword that we use? Select, right? Now I'm going there. So to answer the first query, select, and then what do I need to select? Weekly sales. What is the field name in the table? If you go there, you will see the field name. I have defined this table in the beginning. What is the field name here? Weekly sales. So I'm going to say select weekly sales, right? Now, and then from where? From store details. From store details, now there is a condition. Where? Now I'm saying where? This is the condition. What is that condition? Where store ID equal to what? 2000. Do I need to put it in the quotation, this 2000? No, because this is a number, correct? So I'm putting value, like I'm asking bring all the actually bring weekly sales field for store ID 2000. Now my query is done. To end the query, I'll have to put a semicolon. Now can you see weekly sales for store ID? If you go back to that table, weekly sales for store ID 2000 is this, correct? Correct? Now if I ask you guys, if I ask you find all of the store details, simple question, find all of the store details where sales is greater than 45,000. Question here, let me bring this question. Find all of the store details, right? If weekly sales is greater than 45,000. This is your task. Can you write it for me? I'll look at your query, what you have written.
Store details means everything, the name, everything.
Everything.
Just first table.
Store details means store ID, store name, employees, those details. Everything.
Then there are to make a relation.
If you need to make a relation, make it. If you do not need to, it is your task. Do it. Okay?
Contra.
Well, I'm expecting the answer from you. Okay. So the simple question that I ask you, find all the store details if weekly sales is greater than 45,000.
able to show you in the table itself.
Guys, can you look at here? Let's say that when you make a mistake, one of us we make mistake, so we supposed to input is 150,000.75, but let's say you input 15,000, so you'll have to update that field, right? What is the update statement? Alter statement is if you need to modify the structure of the table. Let's say you do not need bar chart, you need number. That is where you are altering the table structure. But if you are changing data, it is a different case. Update. So guys, can you look here? If you want to change data of the table, then your statement is update. Update. And what is the table name? Let's say store details. Look here carefully. Update store details, right? Correct. Now next statement is set. Set. What do you want to set? Let's say you have made mistake weekly sales, right? Set weekly sales equal to 150,000 dot, and what is the next field? 75, right? 75. Now if you execute only up to this part, guys, can anyone tell me, this is a question to you guys, can anyone tell me if I just execute this statement, what will happen?
No change.
Hmm?
No change.
No change?
Because the number 15,000.25 is the same number.
But this is not a specific which ID.
Yeah, this is the question.
Quickly sell means
See here, if I execute this query, notice here, it will be putting weekly sales equal to 150,000 for all of these.
Yeah.
All of this.
Mark store name or
Right. So I'll have to put define something for which store I want to update this data. So I'll have to put here, and then another line I'll have to add where store ID equal to, if my store ID is 1000, I want to update it for the first table, right? First data, first record. So I'll have to put store ID equal to 1000, and then I'll have to close that. You got the, like, how you can update data of a table?
Yeah.
Now Manju, you got it, the statement? Can you try to update it and then execute your same query? For that, let me ask you another question, folks. Now my question is this one: find all the store details if weekly sale is greater than 45,000, and another condition, and number of employees are higher than 50. Can you see the question? The question that I am asking you now. Find all of the store details if weekly sale is greater than 45,000 and number of employees are higher than 50. Number of employees are higher than 50. I have two conditions for you now.
Number of employees
Higher than 50.
employees.
Two conditions for you. So, Joel, is it working now for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see, one is employee data equal to another one is greater than. Okay. So when you say greater than, you do not put that to option. Next question to you guys. Find. Let's say that can you take a look? I'm asking you 45,000, and actually I'm saying greater than 40,000, greater than 40,000,
Yeah.
and number of employees are higher than
Or
or equal to 100. So you understand the question? Question is, find all of the store details if weekly sale is greater than 40,000 and number of employees are higher than or equal to 100. So here you will learn a new operator. So see if you can do it. If you cannot do it, can you see that you have used two things? Like if you want to write this query, select, let's say select star from store details. I'm saying star. Star means bring everything from store details, where weekly sales equal to 40,000, and I'm saying employees greater than
equal
or equal to 100. Now it is saying that no rows selected, right? Now I'm saying select star from store details where weekly sales greater than 40,000 and employees greater than or equal to 100.
But you put the equal sign. You need the greater sign.
Where?
Put the 40,000.
40,000? Yeah, I put equal to. Now if it is equal to, now question here, why I didn't get data here? I know that everyone focus here. I know that I have in that table, if you take a look, select star from store details, right? If I do that, what do you see? I have this 4 field, correct? I know that employees greater than or equal to 100, I have a data where employees greater than or equal to 100. But why I am not seeing that field?
40,000. 40,000 equal to
Equal to
no information there. There 40,000.
So,
but 350.
now one condition is true, employees greater than or equal to 100, and can you see there is a word and? When it is and, then both of the condition will have to be true.
Right.
Both of the condition means employees greater than or equal to 100, and another condition will have to satisfy weekly sales equal to 40,000. Now do I have any data where weekly sales equal to 40,000? No, I have 40,000.5 where employees not greater than or equal to. But let me do a little bit modification on that query here. If I put or, correct? Now I am getting
Because
one field. Why?
it is depend on the second one. Employees. Data.
When you say or, that means if this is true or this is true, you can do this.
There are two options.
It is not like both of the condition will have to be true. No. When you say or, if any of the condition is true, then you are getting, it will get data. Now if you say and, then
Need to know.
left and right, both side of and, both condition will have to be true. Now you understand difference between and or, clear? So these are called operator. And or, this is logical operator. Remember? And or, this is logical operator. And we have another operator here, greater than or equal to. Can you see? Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. These are comparison operator, correct? And or is logical operator. Greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, these are comparison operator, correct? Understood, everyone? Nazmol, logical operator,
Comparison.
comparison operator, clear? Okay. So if I ask you now that bring all of the store information, where store name starts with C. Question here, bring all of the store information, or let's say I'm asking you where um, store name contains O. So question, okay, let's start it from the simple. I'm asking you bring all of the store information where store name starts with C. Query, bring all of the store information, bring all of the store information where store name starts with C. Let me know when you are done. So you have a table name that you name it differently than what you supposed to. Now you want to change your name. For everyone, whenever you need help, how you do this, right? How I'll do this, I don't know. What you do, you go to Google. Google is your best friend, right? What you do, you type how to rename Oracle table itself, right? So if you go there, you will see that rename table statement, right? You have rename table statement, or you can go anywhere. Let's see what they are saying. So they are saying that you can use the alter table statement, right? You have a couple of syntax that you can use. See alter table statement for more information. I'll go to the other, this one, and here you will see that they specifically says. So if you take a look here, everyone, let's say you have created a table but you have missed a column, right? You are not able to add a column, you need to add it after creation. So you can do alter table name, add column name, and new column. Let's say you have created the table customers, but you have forgot the field customer name. Then what you do, alter table customers, add customer name equal to customer name, and you provide the data type, correct? And then you come here, they are saying another, let's say another statement here. I can the statement that you were asking. Let's say you have a table name, and then modify column name. You want to change the data type of a column. So what you do, can you see alter table customers, modify customer name, and let's say previously you have Barcher 50, now you are making it Barcher 100. And then if you go down, right, you will see the actual, let's say you need to remove a column name. Again, you can say alter table drop column, and you put the column name, right? So if you keep going, there are a lot of things those you can. Now let's say you have a table, and then rename column. If you want to change the name of a column name, then you say alter table customers, and then rename column. You put that column word, right, and then put your old name and put your new name. Now let's say can you see, this is the
Yeah,
this is the statement that you are asking. Let's say you have created the table, alter table, and put your old name here, and then put rename word. Can you see this is whatever is in uppercase? These are syntax. Rename to new table. Right? Yeah, yeah. These are commands. Rename to, these are commands. Alter table, these are commands. Okay.
Those all are uppercase.
Uppercase. You can write it in smaller case. This is just for understanding. We are putting it here. Now let me start over where I have left. So if I ask you now, so far whatever query we have written, all of the queries were related to first table, correct? All of the queries are related to first table. Now if I ask you, find, let's say, find store name, like find all store name that has O, that has O.
It's not the beginning or ending. It's just one O, yeah?
Just wherever,
Whatever, yeah.
let's say it has an O. So find all table name containing the character O, lowercase. Lowercase. So this is your next query. The query here, let me start recording. So the query here, let me put this query. Find all table names, right? Containing find all store names. Store names containing the letter O. Find all store names containing the letter O. Now, let's take a look at the screen again and make sure that you practice this. Like if you do it in the class and if you do not practice it, you will be forgetting. So important that you practice a lot. So the first question, guys, find all store names containing the letter O. Containing means the O can be in the beginning of the name, can be in the middle, can be at the end. So what I am going to do, Joel, look at here. So I am looking store names, right? So select what? What is the field? Store names, right? Store name from what table? Store details. And then what is the condition? Where store name like. Someone, I saw that you have written O percentage, right? Now do you have any in that table? If you select all of the data, select star from store details. Here, do you have any store name that starts with O? No. So if you write select store name from store details where store name like O percentage, that means after O we have provided the wildcard. That means after O there will be other characters. Before O, nothing. So do I have anything like this, that store name starts with O and after that you have the wildcard? Do I have any store name here in this column that starts with O?
No.
So you put O percentage only if your name starts with O.
Oh.
Now I am asking you, find all store name that contains the letter O. Contains means it can be
Anywhere.
anywhere, right? So what you will have to do,
So we use the percentage in the O after O
We
before
can-
O before, yeah.
so there could be something
Yeah.
in the beginning, there could be something afterward,
Yeah.
correct? Understood? Now if you put it, can you see wherever there is a O, I have O here, I have O here, I have O here, right?
So there we need to put the 2%.
2%. Then I'm saying that before
Before,
O
after.
there could be other thing,
Yeah.
after O there could be other thing, correct?
Yeah.
Now here you are getting, actually, let me give you more details. Can you take a look at the next query that I have? Find all store info containing the letter S or uppercase S or lowercase s, right?
Yeah.
So my question here, find a store name where you have the letter S or lowercase s, uppercase S or lowercase s. Make sense, guys? Now, so here again, in the next question, what I asked, look at my screen. Find all store information. All store information. Here I didn't ask for any specific field. So what you will have to do, you will have to provide select star from store details, where store name like now
We put the
like we have two
two
character, S uppercase, S lowercase. So we are going to say store name like percent S percent, and then or store name like. So I put uppercase S and then I'm going to put lowercase s. Turn in like lowercase s and then I'll have to provide the percentage. That is
both are look like same. As is uppercase.
so this s should be uppercase. It is uppercase. Let me put it again. Yeah, this is uppercase and that one is lowercase. Now if you write it, if you execute it, what do you see?
Yeah, the Patel brothers, the S is small letter, and Suida, both is
upper letter, right? And in farmers S is lower letter. So wherever S, uppercase or lowercase, it is bringing the data for me.
So you use the or.
Or
Like.
if you say and, then it will have to be
Specific that.
both,
Both,
right?
that-
Both uppercase
both
and lowercase.
requirements is
filled up to get data. Now you understood, Joel? Any question? Feel free to ask me question. Everyone, did you understood as well? Okay. Now next question. So far whatever query we have written, we have extracted data from how many table? One table. How many table we have bring data from? One table.
one figure.
Now if you take a look here, if you take a look at your first question, guys, the first question, the question that I asked you, find all employees who works in Patel Brothers, right? I know I was able to check your query, it was correct. Nazmul, were you able to answer the first question? Find all employees who works in Patel Brothers?
Yeah, I can do
Were you able to, like, it was part of exam, were you able to answer it?
Or instance was whatever, yeah.
Was it bringing data?
But yeah.
Whoever wants to share your answer, let me do a quick review and then I'll be answering. Employee means find all employees, means find employee name. And then who works in Patel Brothers?
There have the part of the brothers is first table, their requirement is part $2,
Mhm.
table 1, and the employee name becomes table 2.
Table
We
2.
need to make the relation.
Yeah. Now, from what store, for which store I need to bring the employees? Store name is Patel Brothers. And for employee name, where do I get the employee name? From the second table, correct? Now you'll have to create a, like, your, like, one data is in the first table and the other data is in the second table. Now you'll have to now you learn how to write this query. If it doesn't make sense that day, try to understand it from here, from today. Now what do I need to bring? Let me write this query. So I need to select emp name, correct? Why I am writing select emp name? Because if you look at the query,
All in place.
if you look at the query, find all employees, or when you say all employees means I'm looking for the name, correct? So what is the name? Find employee name, right? Now to get the store name, where is the store name? In the second table. Now when you have, like, when you have to get data from multiple tables, then what you will have to do here, look at here. Now I'm asking select employee name from, so how many table involved in this query? 2 table. One table is store details, comma, next, what is the next table? Employee details. So you see, select emp name, although employee name is in only one table, which table? The employee details table. But I have to say that store details, I have to mention both of the table, correct? And then you come here, where. Now after where, the first thing you have to do, you have to create a relation between these two tables. How do you create relation between these two tables? If you take a look here, in these two tables, the relation is created by this store ID, right? So I'm asking, when you see 1000 here, that means you see always is working for store farmers market, correct? You understand? So how do you create relation here? By this store ID, correct? Now how will you say, now notice here how I am creating this relation. So where I'm going to say store details dot store details dot store ID equal to, what is the next table? Employee details dot store ID. So I have created relation, right? And then I have to come to the another condition. What is the another condition? The next condition is who works in Patel Brothers. So here I'll have to provide and store name equal to, now if you take a look, Robin and Mahib, right? If you go there, you'll see that in this table, Robin has store ID 2000, Mahib has store ID 2000, correct? Now these two employee, it was able to bring these two employee because these two employee work for Patel Brothers. Now who has question? Whatever I have written, who has question? Please ask me question. It's okay? Everyone okay with this? Manjima, did you understood as well? Okay, very good. You have question?
I'm just trying to read the query.
Mhm.
I mean, you're bringing it from both tables, right? Using the two tables.
Yeah. So I have like this employee name. I need to bring this employee name, but this employee name is only in this table, second table, right? Why I'm saying that I'll have to bring it from both tables.
Because the store names.
Store name is in the query. I'm saying that store name is Patel Brothers and store name is in the other table, right? That's why I have to, in the query that I have written, select employee name from, I have to mention both table, and after that, after where condition, the first thing you do, you create the relation. How do you create the relation? The common field in this two table. What is the common field in this two table?
Store
This
ID.
one. Store ID, and you create relation by this common field. Store details dot store ID equal to employee details dot store ID, and then this is like when you are querying in multiple table, this is common. You'll have to create that relation, and then you will have to provide the other condition. Patel Brothers. Clear? You got it, everyone? Any further question? No. Correct. So find store ID for Alejandro. Can you write this query now?
Find store ID. Yeah, I will done.
Um,
Yeah.
you have written. Let me take those. So do you need to go to multiple table for this?
No, it's for one table.
One table. Okay. Let me see.
Store ID because it has select store ID from details where employee.
Yeah, correct. You did it good. That's right. Were you able to do that as well? Okay, very good. What about Nazmul and Joel? You got it? Yeah, correct. Very good. Joel? Yeah, finish it. I'm giving you a little bit time. When you were able to do it? Yeah, very good. And one other thing, like if you, let's say, if you are really struggling with the topic that you are trying, you are not understanding. You try to make a, try to understand with your classmates, but didn't. You are not getting it. You can request me. I'll try to find some additional time for it. I'll try to give you a session, although I have limited time, but I'll give you additional time so that you understand it. You'll have to come up with a question. I'll try to do that, or I'll ask someone to help you. Right, everyone. So if you are really struggling with someone, share it with me.
Your PMP. Who of us? Employee PMP. Employee PMP and
Yeah, I'm done.
Let me take a look. So, select store ID from employee details for employee. So, this query is only one table. So you wrote it. Next question. The next question is find all employees name and DOB and store name who makes salary higher than 3,000. Right? Can you work on this? Now you did it.
Before it be
Yeah, I'm going to review it. So you understand the question, right? Here find all employee name in the second table, DOB, right? DOB in the
second table.
second table, store name in the first table,
Second table.
first table store name, first table,
First table.
who makes salary higher than 3000. So here you'll have to create relation and then you'll have to provide salary greater than 3000. Yeah, I'm going to review whoever ever was able to do it, and if you are not able to do it, I can do it. I think that's good here. I have a lot of questions still to go. Find employee name who works for store ID 4000. Can you write it, please? So our question here, yep, the fourth question, find employee name who works for store ID 4000. Here answering question 1.
Again, for salary? No, that's
The question here is,
First, it's ready for 4000.
yeah, employee name who works for store ID.
If we do that, there are no answer. Because
No
the
one selected.
store ID is done. Store ID 4000 is the number one table, store detail.
Mhm.
But the store info details there have no store ID 4000.
Write the correct
For the
query.
legal relation.
Write the correct query, but if it is no answer, that's fine. I want to see you have written the correct query. Okay, everyone, are you done with this query? The fourth query, where I'm saying that this find employee who works for store 4000. Who wants to? Let me take a look. Nazmul, do you have any? I have a question to you. My this query, it was not able to find any data. Why? Can you see this query here? I didn't get any. It says no row selected. Why?
Because the 4000 is to the ID is not both no this one the Patel brothers.
Look this query. This one.
This is Patel
This
brothers.
query.
This.
I'm asking select employee name from store details employee details where store details dot store ID equal to employee details dot store ID and store name equal to Patel brothers.
There.
There is no Patel brothers in the second table.
No.
store ID is
I think 2000 in second. I think 2000 in second table.
Employee name.
So
Employee-
first look here.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
employee-
get employee name
employee name from the employee details first.
from both table. I'm saying I'm trying to answer the first query, guys. If you take a look at the first query, find all employee who works in Patel brothers, right? So I'll have to get the employee name, and my Patel brothers is in the first table. So I have written this query. It seems correct, but why I didn't get answer? I have created the relation. Can you see? I have the relation here. I have the store name I mentioned here. Where is that? In this one, I mentioned the store name. I mentioned both table. Why I didn't get it?
It's lowercase. That's
Because-
lowercase.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Whatever is inside quotation, you will have to mention in your table itself. The data is in uppercase, Patel Brothers.
Yeah,
But when I have written that query, can you
Got
see
it.
that that's why I didn't get data. Now let's come to the next query. According to the next query, number 5, find store name for Jamil. Now, can you write this query? Store name. You'll have to find store name. Store name means
Two tables.
from the first table.
a major relation here.
And for what? For which people? Jamil. Jamil is in the second table. Can you write this query? You got it, right? Is it returning anything?
Yeah, no rows, no rows.
Okay.
Yeah, more like from both the and created the relation. Yeah, that is correct.
Store name from both of the table, right? What is the first table? Store details. And what is the second table? Employee details. Where first of all we will have to create the relation, right? Store details dot store ID equal to employee details dot store ID. And what is the for whom emp name equal to Jamil, and then you finish. So now
these two equal between the each employee name and
good job. So name equal to Jamil. Now it's saying no row selected. Why? Because if you take a look here, Jamil has a store ID 5000. In the first table, do I have any store ID with 5000? That's why it was not able to bring any data. Last query, guys. Find all employees information whose names starts with R. Find all employees information whose names starts with R. Can you do it? I'm going to say, yeah, do it now, and then I will say what you need to do. So the question here, find all employees information whose names start with R. And that's all for today, guys. Thank you. It was a long session.